Hello there, I'm Iris, and welcome to Powered by Voice. With over 12 years of work developing leaders and mentoring teen girls, I'm excited to extend my reach by helping you power your voice as a platform, not a performance, so that you are truly seen and heard. Join us. Well, hello, and welcome to Powered by Voice. I am thankful and thrilled today because we are airing our 20th episode. Woo woo! Yes, that's a milestone for us. We've been faithful to the call of delivering weekly bite-sized inspiration since November 2021. We hope you've enjoyed the discussions and that you've gained a nugget or two. So do us a favor and let us know by giving us a rating and leaving us a review. We are grateful for you as our listeners. For those of you that are new to our podcast, welcome. My name is Iris, and today we're going to the deep end of the pool with a question that we often ask of others without even realizing it. Will you validate me? Let's go back to go forward with a sweet memory. When my son was in grade school, we loved going to the movies together and munching on popcorn. It was such a treat to plan what movie we were excited about and to go hand in hand to the theater, eyes wide open. And when the lights dimmed and the story began, I can remember how attentive and intense my son was. He didn't want to miss a thing. Sometimes in the middle of the movie, during an especially energizing and vivid scene, he would look up at me and quietly ask, "Are you scared? Do you like it?" And at the end of the movie, he couldn't wait to ask his clarifying question no sooner than his bottom hit the car seat. "So what grade do you give it, Mom?" He was eager to share his opinion of the movie with my reflection. It made for great conversation with a 6-year-old. We were often on the same page, and that felt good. Now, let's go back even further. I can remember the star system when I was in middle school. The teacher would return our homework assignments with gold stars that she would paste onto the top of the paper. I sat in eager anticipation as she walked down the aisle towards my seat. I would try to sneak a peek because I knew that there would be stars. If it was an A+ paper, there were 10 stars, sometimes in glittering multicolors of gold, green, blue, and red. Woo! Can you imagine what that does for your confidence at that age? Getting visual evidence that something you created has worth and value to garner 10 shiny stars. That's a great feeling, a high if you will. But we must remember that it's not the whole story. We can never put all of our faith and confidence in one person's opinion of us. Otherwise, we stand to lose our voice. We run the risk of allowing someone else's assessment of us to silence our uniqueness, our talents, our skills. I often wonder how actors keep their bold confidence when they are always faced with being critiqued and being fully aware that they won't always garner 10 stars. I was just reading a reflection from Oprah Winfrey's book, The Path Made Clear. In one of the readings, she talks about the challenge she faced in 2013 when she was invited to give the commencement address at Harvard. She was, as she describes it, in the midst of one of the biggest climbs of her life. She said she was getting a butt kicking in the news over the way OWN, her network, was struggling. One of the headlines was, "Oprah Winfrey isn't quite holding her own." Ouch. It caused Oprah, y'all, to doubt herself after 25 years on a #1 show. She said that all she could think about was, what can I teach about success when I've stopped succeeding? She even goes on to say that she was embarrassed. Right about now, is your mouth wide open? That's shocking for someone of this magnitude and undeniable success to be torn in this way. But it was a moment for her. Essentially, she turned things around for herself by shifting her perspective from, I am struggling, to, I am honored. This is why I always remind you that your inside is your telltale. It tells the story of who you think you are, and it's a good critic in you that employs you to stop and listen to what your inside is saying. Have you ever completed a project and you felt accomplished and satisfied in the contribution you gave to that project? And you got lots of accolades as well. You're feeling good about yourself, but then you get a thought, uh-oh, there's always another project or a task or expectation. What am I to do if? Without skipping a beat, you are in your head about what if I can't do it again? What if my efforts are less than the result I just delivered? Oh my goodness. That process of now I'm up, now I'm down, it's evidence that your energy is wrapped up into being validated. It can rob you of your present and your presence. Time to shift. Just as Oprah taught us in her moment, cultivating the skill of perspective is important. Stop to ground yourself. If you're being graded on something, it's not who, but what that is being assessed. Your performance on a test, an essay, acting, or your own network, for instance. The critique doesn't define who you are as a person. You are courageous. You are confident. And you are capable. Your job is to always contribute your voice as a platform so that even when you feel that you have failed at something, it doesn't diminish your platform because that is built on your character, the soul of you. No one can take that away from you unless you let them. So learn to separate performance from platform because the latter is what you are building on over a lifetime. And I also encourage you to learn to validate yourself. Find it from within. When I think back to my son and I asking those questions of each other as we critiqued movies, we were learning not to take the word of the movie critic that told us how many stars they thought the movie deserved. We had the best fun with our game of sharing and enjoying ourselves by having confidence in our own perspective of what resonated for us. In the words of Caroline Myss, when you do not seek or need approval, you are at your most powerful. So let's reflect, using our mantra, 3 simple questions we ask of you. What are your first impressions of today's discussion? How does this make you feel? And what sparked your curiosity? Until next time, ciao for now.